Everyone. Welcome to the third Pastacast, viral for a reason. I'm very excited to be here with you tonight, wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching. I'm especially thankful to be here because there was just this incredible fire alarm situation in my accommodation. Hello from Budapest, by the way. Um, Very excited to be in Hungary again. I have some Hungarian roots, and I'm going to stay here for the next couple of weeks and hopefully learn a little bit about my ancestors as well. We have a very, very simple pasta tonight or today to talk about, and it is the viral TikTok pasta, almost like a one pan pasta. It went viral about 2 years ago, I think, on TikTok. It is incredibly simple and easy to make. And staying true to the theme, we're also going to talk about an email strategy that is extremely easy to implement, especially for the brand in question. And yeah, I am very excited to share it with you all. First and foremost, let's just appreciate. I know it sounds a bit odd, but let's just appreciate the farfalle that I'm eating tonight while walking you through this. It was brought to me as a gift by Ali, my friend, whom I met on LinkedIn a couple of years back. And when I was in London, we met. And she was in Italy and was so kind to bring me this as a goodbye gift. I already had a taste. It's wonderful. And I'm very thankful. So shout out to Ali. If you're joining me from wherever, let me know. This is the ASMR part of the Pastacast, as always. Where are you tuning from? What are you eating for lunch or for dinner or breakfast? And yeah, if you have any questions. So here's how we're going to do things. My goodness, I need to relax a little bit after this fire alarm. Whew, that was loud as hell. So we're going to talk about the recipe, the pasta recipe. Really simple, really, really simple. We're going to talk about a brand that is both B Corp certified and 1% for the planet. Very excited to talk about this brand because honestly, that's the first brand that is, double certified, and they're doing great things around the world. And yeah, I've had a really good experience with their brand so far. So excited to share this with you. Oh, once you hear that, my goodness, that's my body kind of like adjusting to the pasta because I had a little bit beforehand. Okay, let's see. Who do we have? Who do we have around the world? I don't know, but we'll see soon. Either way, the comments here are usually slower to come into. Joan, hi. You're in Italy this week. Goodness, my goodness. I'm so, I'm so jealous of Joan. All right, let's just dive into things. If you have any questions or anything that you want to share, like what you're eating for dinner or lunch or breakfast, let me know in the comments. And hi, Rebecca. Oh my goodness, you're watching from the UK with arrabbiata. Oh, the pasta that I'm eating today is a lazy variation of this. So we're in good company here. All right, let's talk about the recipe in question. Lazy, simple, super easy. What you need: is depending on how many portions you're making. You need a block of feta cheese or very salty cheese that is melting quite easily. You need cherry tomatoes. You need olive oil and seasoning of your choice. You need an oven. You need a stovetop for cooking the pasta. And that's it, honestly, and a bit of salt to salt the water. Anyhow, here's what you do: preheat the oven, high heat, and you take some kind of a pan. You obviously wash your cherry tomatoes. You put it in the pan. Don't scorch it. Don't do anything to it other than just washing it well. Um, Place the block of feta, maybe half a block of feta, in the middle of it, and then just season however you like. Oh, I put lots of garlic as well. I know some people don't like garlic. I love garlic. I'll give you a little secret. I put 4 cloves of garlic in mine for 2 portions. This is how much I love garlic. Don't hold it against me. I'm trying to battle some vampires. I'm kidding. Anyhow, um, season it however you like. I put chili flakes. I put black pepper. I had a little bit of thyme, the herb, not the concept of thyme. I don't feel like I ever have enough time. But use any green herb, dried, or actually, even a fresh one would do. But dried ones would be better, I think. So basil would go really well here. Um, Oregano, fabulous choice as well. I don't put salt in this because there's enough salt in the feta, there's enough salt in the water in which we're making the pasta. Put it in the pan, pour a good glug of oil on top, just toss it a little bit, and put into the oven under high heat again, something like 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit ish. Yeah, and just wait until you see the cherry tomatoes kind of like look like raisins. And yeah, and then you just take it out. Hey Yash, um, your network hates you. I'm really sorry. Well, we had a fire alarm situation right here, maybe like 20 minutes ago. You've never heard such a loud noise in your life. 0 out of 10 can recommend. We just went through the pasta recipe, so you might be able to catch up on this a little bit later. But super simple. Just be sure, obviously, to make sure that the sauce or whatever the sauce is going to be ready before your pasta is ready. And make sure to reserve a little bit of the pasta water. That's magic. And you definitely want to keep that so that you can then mix your sauce with your pasta and your pasta water. And then it's done. Honestly, I think that I made this in about 20 minutes, give or take, without the preheating of the oven. Everything is okay. Yes, thank you. It's just a little bit of steam or a little bit of heat here and there. Everything is okay, other than my eardrums. But that's fine. You live, you learn, you survive. I don't know. Anyhow, this is our pasta. It is fabulous, and it is viral for a reason because it's so damn good. And look at how fun and cute this farfalle is that Ali brought me all the way from Milan. Bless her. Just had to give her another shout. Talking with my mouth full. I'm sure that my mom is really proud of me. She has her birthday today, so that's why I'm mentioning her too. Love you, Mom. Anyhow, let's talk about our email. strategy. Just gonna show you once again. Look how simple. It looks like nothing, honestly. And it's one of the most comforting, easiest dishes you can ever have or make for yourself, especially after a long day of nonstop working like I had. Let's put it aside. You hear a lot of talking around me. If that's the case, that's the case. We just have to make do. Anyhow, the email strategy that we're talking about today is of Exhale Healthy Coffee. And they are certified both with B Corp and 1% for the Planet. They're the first brand that I'm going to talk about that have those double certification. Just before we continue, just let me mention this. This is a burn from the cherry tomatoes. Basically, what I did when I got it out of the oven, I mixed everything really well, and because we're not poking the cherry tomatoes, um, all of the juices are still retained in the tomatoes, and when you poke them when they're ready to then help the sauce become more of a sauce, I got burned because a tomato just, spritz on me. But a good pasta is one that is worth getting burnt by. I have always said that. Anyhow, be careful when you make this. I know that you want to dig in really fast, but probably not what I would advise you to do. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Okay. Exhale Healthy Coffee. So, this brand, while I was in London this summer, I got targeted left, right, and center by their really, really good ads all over social media, all over the web. And I just thought, you know what? I love coffee. I don't really know much about coffee, but I do drink coffee. I love drinking coffee. And I might as well, just give them a try. So, what they did, and that was really, really smart, they offered this trial pack. Um, and, you just needed to pay for the postal code and not the postal code, the postal service, and you would get a free trial that lasted something like 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more if you drink slower like I do, and you don't drink like 2 cups a day. I try to just drink one to help myself go to sleep earlier. Anywho, didn't work. Anywho, um, I got their trial. I thought that was brilliant because in e-commerce, what we're trying to do is to get products in the hands of our subscribers slash customers and start their experience, their real life experience, offline experience as fast as possible. So I thought that this strategy, conceptually, initially, was really, really smart. I really do hope that they got a lot of subscribers, both email wise and also subscription to their coffee services, I guess, out of this campaign because I thought it was really smart. Um, let's have a look at my notes. By the way, let me know in the comments if you're here. And I can see at least two people in the audience at the moment. Do you drink coffee? How do you take your coffee? If not, how do you take your tea? And what's your go to tea? Anywho, what they did, and okay, I'm getting way ahead of myself. I wanted to mention before diving into the one piece of their email strategy that I thought was not quite there, that they're a very small brand. I think they have lots and lots of impact around the world. And, I think they're just fabulous and they're doing amazing work. And for such a brand, I was really surprised to see that their email strategy, all in all, extremely good. I don't see that a lot in the wild. And so I was very pleased, you know. But there was one part of their email strategy that I think, you know, if they just convert a very conservative number of subscribers, they will generate so much more money out of their emails, out of their email list, and they will create so much more impact in the world, thanks to that. That just this last piece, you know, that's all they need to do to have. So it's a very low lift for them because they're doing a lot of really great things. So what we're going to talk about is the kind of emails that people get when they buy one time, they buy from your e-commerce impact brand one time, and they don't come back for a second. And we want to understand why, and we want to understand how we can cater to them better so they would actually come back for more. And, you know, jargony terms, it's called win back emails. And let's talk about why win back emails are so important. First of all, they can handle common objections for your brand in a personalized and very tailored way. So, in a sense, you're either saving on customer service and experience agents who would deal with these objections, or you're just making more time and headspace for your existing CX agents to work on or address more complex situations. So, when you have this win back strategy, you're making a lot of time and headspace for other people to deal with more important things while you're dealing with or addressing common objections that would bring in more money in your sleep. So I found this really interesting statistic while preparing for this pasta cast. It's from a company called Validity, and their research shows that 45% of subscribers who receive a win back email will open future emails from your brand. So basically, it's a gold mine of email engagement. And in e-commerce, click-throughs are notoriously low. We're talking about less than 2% across industries in 2024, according to Klaviyo, which is one of the email service providers that a lot of e-commerce brands are using. Um, that means that those emails can bring back lost revenue, lost impact, re-engage subscribers in the longer term. Um, we're talking about a very conservative 2% click through rate. My clients usually get two, three, four times as many clicks on their emails. And also, just let's put it out there, it is 5 times more cost effective to retain existing customers and convert existing subscribers than to acquire new ones. That's according to WebFX in 2024. Oh, that's another statistic that I wanted to share with you. So, in according to WebFX in 2024, small to mid-sized companies spend anywhere between $100 to $10,000 every month on average for ads. So, pay per clip. Per click, so ad campaigns, and they get a return on investment of about $2 per every dollar they spend. Unlike email marketing, that can generate an average of $36 to $44 return on investment for every dollar that you spend. Okay, let's talk about the things that Exhale Healthy Coffee are doing already really, really well. And as I said, really rare to see companies like them and at all, you know, just doing such a great job. Um, right after I subscribed for the free trial and I paid and everything. I got a post purchase quick survey with 3 questions. And the questions were, where did I hear about them? Where did I click through? Or what, you know, where did I get to the landing page through? And were there any objections that made me hesitate before giving the trial a go? And truthfulness aside, let's put it this way, or memory aside, I thought that was really, really smart, because what we're doing here with this post purchase quiz, we're hitting the iron when it's still super duper hot. People's intent is it at its highest. People are really, really excited and they're willing to cooperate with you. That There we go. That's the word that I wanted to use. And it's an excellent way to gather the voice of your customer, the kind of terms that they're using, and then improve your overall messaging across your entire marketing, improve your advertising efforts, and then lower your advertising costs. And of course, get smarter about how you distribute your budget. So, if, for example, more people clicked through Instagram rather than Facebook, maybe you allocate more money to Instagram rather than Facebook. If you get a lot of clicks from email directly, then put more budget into email, etc., etc. You know what I mean. So, very, very few brands that I've seen online are using this super high intent point in the customer journey to collect some more helpful information like that on site. So they already got a really good points in my book. They also have a one question post cancellation survey as well, with I think something like 5 to 7 top reasons as to why people choose to cancel their subscriptions. Um, Again, those who answer and a sincere answer give Exhale Healthy Coffee the key to the rest of their customer journey. And I thought this was, again, super simple, brilliant way to engage with your subscribers. And the third thing that they did that I loved is that both the post purchase inbox experience and the real life experience are really good, really detailed, with lots of thought behind every step. A ton of useful information that both the emails contained and the flyer that came along with my coffee itself. So they delivered and they repurposed the content that they produced, which is wonderful, wonderful stuff. They could be a bit more strategic about, the integration between their emails and their websites, because I think, I'm very picky about this. I think I got a little bit too many emails throughout the setup. I will show you in just a second. I got 5 emails on the day that I ordered my free trial, but I would rather have specific emails and more emails at, my super high intent point, rather than getting less emails with too many things to do, too many calls to actions, too many things, um, to do. And I prefer that they stay with this strategy as is, than to miss out on anything. So let me share my screen with you. And let's see how we do this. And then I'll show you what's the kind of emails that I got. Okay. I believe that you can see this. This is my inbox. And these are all of the emails that I got from Exhale Coffee. So before cancellation, so this is the first day that I got the first email. And what I needed to do is to set up my account, and then my order was confirmed, and then the shipment was on its way same day, and I got my proper welcome email. I got 3 days later, I got another email. 3 days later, another email. 3 days later, another email. And then about 11 or 12 days after I subscribed to the free trial, and they told me on site, that if I wanted to cancel, I needed to do that before my next shipment is out. They did send me this email of my upcoming order is about to ship, and they send me that 2.5-ish day, 3 days before the subscription with the full payment would renew. Then, as soon as I canceled, I got a sorry to see you go. And then the next emails that I got from them was 2.5 weeks later, and then 2 weeks after that. Now, let me go over my notes here because obviously I have notes. I thought that the cadence of the onboarding post purchase is, I think it could be better because they have so much information to share. So, in the span of 11 or 12 days in total, they did use common objections for the emails or common topics, common questions that they addressed. I thought that was brilliant. Um, I think, if you have been here for the second Pastacast, you know that I have some beef with, shipment emails, as in order fulfilled emails, yes or no. Their second email, which is this one, was triggered correctly when I just got my coffee. So I loved that. I thought this was really nice. And look how cute this email is, just visually, you know? Um, but again, lots and lots of topics in one email. I thought that could be, we could have had more emails here. Just saying. Um, Personally, oh, and then another thing that I wanted to show you is that about a week after I got my coffee delivery, I got an email about how to store my coffee best to retain its taste and health benefits. I wish I would have gotten this earlier because I want to know how to keep my coffee fresh and tasting amazing and having all the health benefits on day two, maybe day three, you know? All in all, I would probably shorten the cadence here to make the most out of the real life experience. Not everyone is on top of their inboxes the way that I do. I get that. And still, I don't know if Exhale Coffee tested this cadence and the spacing and the order of those post purchase emails. I would possibly switch around some topics, like this example that I just showed. Plus, there's, as I wrote here, there's so much useful information in each email that I'm tempted to say that it's better to divide and conquer here and have more emails that are shorter, more concise, and, one email, one topic, one call to action. That's it. And then the pre-cancellation notice, which was about 2 or 3 days before my next order was about to ship, looked like this. This one is coming from Shopify, which is the online e-commerce shop that they're using, like lots of other e-commerce brands. It looks sort of the same, but not really the same. I could, delay my order or, modify my subscription. Nothing about the possibility of canceling my subscription. I'm being very picky here. And then I had to go to the website and cancel it here. I got this post purchase really quick cancellation survey, which again was great. And then I got this email that said, sorry to see you go. As you can see, this is a plain text email, which I'm in favor of. But I do want you to know that basically this email was sent from a completely different email service provider. And I have my speculations as to why that is the case. I don't think it's necessarily intentional. That's what I want to say by this. And I also, I think this email is really important just to show the subscriber that the subscription was canceled and everything will be fine. This sentence is what I have a little bit of an issue with, because I did give them my feedback as to why I canceled the subscription. And this could be a dynamic block. By that, what I mean is that if people actually um, filled out the survey, they could see something else or not see this sentence at all. And people who haven't um, answered this one quick, survey, one question survey, they could get a screenshot, let's say, of the survey that would then send them to the website, and then they can leave their feedback. So here's what I would do differently if I were in Exhale's shoes. By the way, and I'll get to this in a second. Never mind. What I would do differently, I would possibly include one or two more emails before the cancellation or next shipment email, or next shipment is happening, just in case, we want to make sure that we're giving people the options either to upgrade themselves, downgrade themselves, cancel their subscription if they want to, or delay their next shipment. And we want to give them one more chance to, get a nudge about this, because again, not everyone is on top of their inbox at all times. And we don't want subscribers, especially people who have been with you for a long time, to get frustrated because they weren't on top of their, schedule or on top of their inbox. And we also, um, one more email. That's what I wanted to say here. That would help retaining the right kind of subscribers and repelling the wrong kind of subscribers. Um, and so we don't get more people who maybe wanted to cancel initially their subscription. They only wanted to get the free trial. They never wanted to get another shipment in the full price. We won't get them frustrated. So they'll cancel on time and won't make a mess of things for you as a company running those ads and those campaigns. So as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I wrote here, in case someone hasn't filled out the post-cancellation service survey on site, send it to them via email and get that zero-party data, also known as data that your subscribers, your customers are giving you willingly and freely. Even send the one-click survey either in the email itself or send them to the on-site survey, and just make it stupidly easy for them to give you feedback, which again, Exhale Coffee are doing great in that department. And they're obviously using the voice of customer properly. My nose is running because I just had something warm to eat. Here's the main thing. As soon as someone fills out the post-cancellation survey, what I would have loved to get is a dedicated automated email sequence that is catering to the objection, or in other words, the reason as to why I canceled my subscription. So then you can win back subscribers. So let's say they had 5 different reasons why people decided to cancel their subscription. Let's say one of them is, I haven't seen the health benefits that were promised to me. One would be, I think this is too pricey. And let's say I don't drink coffee this regularly, right? I don't need a subscription. For each and every one of those reasons, you can come up with a tailored, dedicated sequence that is basically raking money for you in your sleep. And you can give solutions to each one of those. Let me just pull out my calculator, okay? Let's say that for each reason, we have 10,000 people who just canceled their subscription. If we're going for a click rate and a conversion rate of 2%, again, very modest, very conservative, 2% conversion rate out of 10,000 people per reason, that's 200 people. If each person then commits to a year's worth of coffee deliveries, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, don't catch me on this, if I'm not mistaken, every delivery or every month costs £18. Um, then 200 people times 12 months times £18, that's more than 43,000 pounds that they're losing because they're not sending win back emails at all. If they were to send a dedicated email sequence per reason, per objection, and give people reason to stay subscribed, they could potentially, and very modestly, make multiple five figures a year just because of this one sequence, right? And I'm sure they have more than 10,000 people on their list. I'm sure that more than 10,000 people tried this trial. I'm sure that they can make way more money. And this is without upsells and nothing, cross sells and nothing. So even if they give discount, to the people who say this is too pricey for me, just this group will get a discount, not everyone. And if they don't want to give a discount on their products, that's fair. I totally respect that. Maybe that's not the kind of subscribers or customers that they want. Nothing wrong with that. But I do think that there are so many opportunities here that they could seize, that they could use. From an email standpoint alone, I would do my best and retain those said customers with strategic sequences that fit their reason for cancellation. As always, segmentation and the right tagging, the right triggering, the right time. That's everything here. They have so many ducks in a row. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. They're doing so well. I was not expecting this to happen when I got into their system. It's incredibly rare for me to see in the wild. So it's just a matter of this, again, very low lift email sequence and segmentation. They already have all of the tools under their under their belt. Is that what I wanted to say? You know what I mean. They have all the tools in the toolbox. That's what I wanted to say. So another thing that I want to mention here is depending on their email strategy for their churn subscribers. So subscribers who canceled, I would possibly increase the newsletter frequency to once a week, once the dedicated win back automation ends. Remember, we want to divide and conquer. We want to give one email journey the opportunity to run from beginning to end, and only then return people to the overall pool of sequences or newsletters, actually. But this is a kind of strategy talk that I get into, way deeper when I work with my clients. So we need to see the overarching strategy for everything, and then we can decide on, okay, what's the frequency for newsletters. By the way, in the welcome email that I got, the first one, I was promised a weekly newsletter. This is why I'm talking about this here. Maybe this is just a recent thing, that they just decided to slow down with the newsletters just every other week. I don't know what is happening behind the scenes. But if it was up to me, I would probably up the game, even for suppressed subscribers, to a once a week newsletter. And last but not least, I would tidy up their email systems, and understand which email is coming from where, from which email service provider, which one is coming from Shopify, which one is coming from Klaviyo, and which ones are coming from SendGrid. Um, so, plain text emails aside, because again, I have my speculations, but I'm not sure why this happened. The Shopify and Klaviyo ones, they look similar-ish, but they don't really look the same. So I think there needs to be a conversation of, about which email is coming from where and how do we make it work that it looks kind of cohesive. Because for a brand, as I wrote here, for a brand with such a strong identity, marketing identity, language, visual identity, I would love to make sure that the right emails are coming from the right system and that they all look as similar as possible. Okay, let me catch my breath. Let me stop sharing. Let me see the comments here. All right, I don't see any questions just now, but I do see that Yash said, I love my coffee. I prefer lattes. I get you. I my go-to is actually a flat white, um, but not after maybe like 2 p.m. Just to make sure that I'm not overdoing this. This is a point in the Pastacast where this is, your opportunity to ask me anything about this email strategy, about a pasta recipe. Ooh, it's still a little bit warm. That's nice. About Budapest, perhaps. About anything you like, really. Let me know in the comments while I eat a little bit more pasta. And we'll have a fun little chat. And then we'll call it a day or a night, or a morning. This is so good. You really need to make this if you haven't made this before. Very comforting. And while you're maybe writing some questions, I will tell you. What can I tell you that is actually interesting? Good question. I feel like everything is interesting. That's the issue. I will tell you that I was in Oxford last week at the B Corp Festival, and it was wonderful. Just meeting all people, from all the B Corps around the UK. It was just incredible to see. And for such an immense operation across an entire city, I was really impressed. Really impressed. And it's hard to impress me, I've been around for a hot second. Okay. I don't see any comments coming in, any questions. So what I think I'll do, I'll stay here for another moment and you'll see me eat, because I was told this is really fun to see me eat. And then we'll wrap up the next Pastacast. I know what I'll tell you. That's an interesting one. The next Pastacast will be coming to you from the motherland, and I will say nothing more. But if you've been following me for a hot second, you probably know what I mean. And you're probably just as excited about this as I am. I haven't told this to many people, but the next Pastacast is from the motherland. And it's going to be a fun one because it's, again, low lift, high impact, lots of money. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm so glad that you enjoyed this. I hope that your pasta was just as good as mine. I hope to see you in the next Pastacast. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially if you like sweets. So these are your hints: sweets, coming to you from the motherland. And that is all for today. Let's wrap things up. Thank you so much for being here live. You are here live. Thank you so much for watching. If you have watched the replay, if you ever need any assistance with your email strategy and making sure that you have the right systems and the right sequences and the right emails to create more impact for you, more money for you, this is exactly what I help my clients do. And as I said, the results that I help my clients achieve are way beyond all of the conservative, statistics that you see in all the email benchmark reports. If you need help, DM me, send me an email. I'm happy to help and see if I can help you do the same, if not better. All right. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. And I'll catch